No. No yawning. No yawning. No yawning. Okay. 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 No yawning. No yawning. Board making. Board making right away. Board making right away. Economies. I shouldn't burp. Board making right away. Let's get to this. Let's get to this. No delay. Go. Go times. Get characters. Do good. Be great. That is the goes. By the way, has there been any interviews about Code Steel 4 and stuff? Hi, Rax. I'm curious now because the curse makes me curious about this. That sounds bad, but why has there ever been like an interview about Code Steel 4 and the curse and stuff, and like why they chose the writing decision to add that? Hello, S-Best. Let's see. Now I need to get all the freaking characters from the last board. Let's see. What were they again? I need to get. So I have Yona, Sully, and Imelda. I need to open up 1, 2, 3. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can't recall anything, but that doesn't say there isn't. I feel like it would be, I feel like there should be something, like, I don't know. It's like a big enough little bit of complexity, essentially. Like, yeah, there's a lot to talk about with that shit. That I feel like it's ooh, shit, no. Okay, fucked up there. Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Copy. Miro. Go to 4. Because, like, it's such a major... Like, you guys, I think you understand why. Like, it's such a major part of the story that's like really ought to exist in its current state. That I do just kind of question, like, why is it here? Why did they? Was there ever like a given reason why they did it instead of doing other stuff? Okay, so that's those 3. I need Grace, which I don't think she's actually on this board, is she? No, I think she's on the Code Steel 2 board. We'll get her from there. I think she made an appearance at Code Steel 2's end, right? Yeah, I gotta fucking copy you as well. Yeah, she did make an appearance at the end of Code Steel 2. You know what? I'll leave it like that for now. It's funny enough. She doesn't get a new portrait to go to 2-1 would be the same as, yeah. That's why I was going, because I've got your little quote comment up on my other tab, so I'm looking at that while I'm getting these things together. So I was already on the board, pretty sure. Is he? I don't think he's on my Code Steel 4 board. Is he on this? Oh, I think you might actually be right. Did I just... Oh, you're right. I just didn't put him in the trash can. Right. I forgot to make a trash can for him. Damn, what a failure I am. I'm just gonna leave that there, though, because I find it funny. Let's see. So, Yona, Sully, Grace. I'm not really gonna bother with the Hayworths, honestly, because I don't care enough about them right now. I'll go to Code Steel 3 to get Oscar and Bennett, though, definitely. Yep, there they are. Maybe I'll get to read some of that book today. Okay, so, yep. Imelda, yep, I have that in my folder right now. The Crawfords, yes. I need Freddie Louise. Okay. Grab Wendy too. Oh, good point, good point. Apparently, Miro isn't happy with me constantly switching back. Damn, Miro. Wendy should be... I'll take Ashley too, sure. I'll take you, and I'll take you, and you. Copy you two. I really can't believe Ashley. Yeah, no, I'm shocked there's no portrait for Ashley. They gave her unique design and everything, but they didn't bother giving her, like, anything else for some reason. Okay, you and Louise, which it should be... I think she's in this section? Yes. That's Louise, right? Am I going crazy? Hold on, I can check, actually. Yep, that is Louise. This Louise has glasses a bit like a yandere. Not my first thought, but fine. And then we just need Cappy and Lecter. Man, I'm still absolutely shocked how much they bungled Lecter. Like, holy shit, what the fuck were they thinking? Like, they just ended up doing... It's like, you have him... He's like one of the longest running characters in the series, technically, at this point, isn't he? Like, he's been in the most... He's like probably, like, if you count per game appearance, he's probably like one of the most appearances. It's just like, what the fuck? And then they just, like, bungle him at the last second. So strange. It's like, yeah, oh, yeah, this is my backstory. And just like, dude, you don't like Ozzy. There's been no, like that's been made very clear that you do not like Ozzy. Why the fuck are you working with Ozzy still? He's in every game since 3rd. God, High Art, really been that long. Like, I don't get it. How do you, like, if he's revealed to be a spy, a double spy, I'd be like, cool, that makes sense. But as it stands, if he's not, like, revealed to be a spy for, like, people, it's gonna be, like, really shit. As it stands, because, like, God, he'll have been built up to not like Ozzy for so, like, he doesn't like Ozzy. That's so, hi, Flan. That's so obvious that Lecter doesn't like Ozzy, and they just, if they don't capitalize on that at all, that would suck. Anyway. Time to get more shit done. Where's Float? Give me Float fan art and I'll add Float, Flan. If you can find me Float fan art, I'll add Float. You need at least extraordinary Shin. Right, is he here? Do I have Shin? Let me check if I have Shin. He might be in... Oh, yep, I do. I have his bodyguard too for some reason. You know, I thought I would have not that many characters to add today, but apparently I was fucking wrong as shit. This is my punishment for trying to have thoughts. I'm still in chapter 1. What? No, I'm not. I'm in chapter fucking 13, guys. It's a really mean thing to lie to me like that. We're in chapter 13 out of 3. Please save my soul. This is fucking still ridiculous as shit. God, look at this crap. It's the most organized board we've had by far, and it looks like this. Like, can you believe that? Okay, so let's start off with... Let's see, what do I want to start? Oh, no. Slam you guys over here with him. Who do I want to start off with? Don't worry, though. Stop introducing characters. Eventually. Maybe. I feel a distinct lack of confidence in that statement, Asbest. Asbest. You're not... You wouldn't lie to me, right? Asbest? Asbest? Okay, let's add some purples. So we want to add... God. If I was still doing the sectional things, this would be even harder to read. Oh, right. That's right. I have to, I almost forgot. I need to click on all of these little bits and... Ah, fuck. I need to click on, like, a lot of little bits and pieces here. Also, magic and, like, I almost wish magic was never introduced into this series, like actual magic and not Orbu stuff. Because, God, every time they talk about magic, it gets stupider. It just gets dumber and dumber as time goes on. Like, I hate it. Why? Oh, yes, this girl who's been taught magic for a year can start the spell for a fucking transportation of 3 mechs. And, like, yes, Mrs. Arcuade was helping her. I understand, but, like, that's still kind of absolutely fucking absurd. Okay. Let's get our Heiyue symbol again. Need that. Over here. And over here. And if you're going to get help for a spell, you can't do any worse. Like, I just, like, the spells are, they really need to do a better job at limiting this shit. It's also like, wow, there just happened to be a fucking, look, are you really going to tell me there just happened to be a goddamn spirit, like a fucking spirit vein or whatever the fuck, just at that location where the mech is? Oh, how convenient. It's like, what the fuck? You shouldn't be doing this. You want a map of the spirit veins? If the ones they've talked about so far, sure, if you have that. Now let's see. What do I have to say about these motherfuckers? Oh yeah. Ellie's only fan. I have to put it like that, I'm sorry. There's only one L in Ellie. I keep messing that up, apparently. Okay. Will betray family for his simp tendencies. Like, I'm so happy you guys made these suggestions for the board, by the way, of like how to show the characters are part of groups and stuff. It's a really great idea, and it's really helped the board be a lot more organized, because, and especially it's relevant because this board is fucking pure chaos already. Jesus Christ. Okay, what do I call you? Do you even have a personality? I'm gonna insult a man. Now I'm gonna call him Better Sal. I don't even know if this is true, but I'll take any shot, any chance I get to insult Sal. Because that man is fucking pointless as all hell. I love how we didn't even get to see Sal fight in this. You cannot find any planet afloat. I would not put any AI images in his board. Come on, be the brave one, Flan. Be the brave one. Be the first person to ever create float fan art. If you do that, I'll have massive fucking respect for doing it. Is AI art afloat? No idea. Okay, let's pair those two up. Now, not much to say about them for obvious reasons, but we'll pair them up there. Good, good. Okay, who else we got here? We got Fishy Girl. Do I have a crossbow symbol? I feel like I should. Yeah, I do. Okay, good. I'm not going crazy. Let's see. Crossbow, crossbow. Thank you. Make this also purple. Okay, good. Let's see, who do you... He probably has a tea with Burrow occasionally. Goes to Bible study with the Grand Master. Da, 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 da. Anything else she does? That's a good one. Rips you off, yeah. Well, can I really call it ripping you off when her items are actually, like, legitimately good? Like, she doesn't... I don't think any of her items are actually bad. Like, I don't think a single one of her items is even bad. It's like, she gives good shit. It's just expensive shit. Sneezing sucks. Ooh. Anyway. Yeah, I can't say she rips you off considering all of her stuff is actually, like, worthwhile. Okay, any other fishermen? Well, I mean, it's Freddy. Now, I have to keep up with my, my grouping shit. I do this for a reason. I need to do the grouping for these guys, for the students and stuff, because otherwise things will get out of hand very quickly. Fisherman? Yeah, that'll be a fisherman. We actually have a lot of fishers in this one, I think. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna definitely have to stick. Oh shit! What? Send backwards one. Okay, brain. Okay, there we go. Okay, fixed it. That was weird. Page up. There we go. Okay. And this would be the crossbow group, I'm quite sure. Okay. And get my correct style text. Size 18. Okay. Okay. Gotta say, now that we've got the board like kind of started and stuff, this is a lot easier to add characters onto. Isn't that great? Yay! I'm so stressed out doing this, but hey! Okay. Let's see. I'll wait to talk more about them for now. So let's do Sully and Yona. Wow, they're really... Fuck, there is a lot of characters now, isn't there? Holy shit. Now give me your... Yep, there we go. Ah, God, these symbols. I'm so thankful for what fucking Carrie did and everyone else who helped with it and getting everything together. Because, like, God, these symbols, they help so much in organizing shit. I don't have to have a dozen different boxes for different groups. It's so nice. Okay. Yeah, if God, this game really has introduced a shit ton of characters. I like, God damn. How many characters do we have on the board so far even, and how many more are we gonna keep adding? Yes to the amount we're gonna keep adding. Great. That's not at all terrifying to hear, Espest. Not at all. You haven't terrified me greatly by saying that. Let's see. Hold on, do I have... Hold on, can I... Let's see. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have fun with this. You've been transported back 20 years. Congratulations, I have invented the perfect time machine. Okay, let's just now go. I don't think this is necessarily readable, but fuck it. I didn't spell pizza right, hold on. No, I guess I did. Okay. Can you guys... Where's my ARG that fucking does this? Where's my ARG that you have to translate leet speak from? Where is it? I want it. I want it. Oh god, it's so fucking bad. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. This is fucking horrendous. I love it. I'm keeping it, Rax, don't worry. It's just, it's fucking so good. Holy shit. Make sure to keep it continue with every new note on him. Oh yeah, don't worry, I will. I have sinned and I shall continue sinning. Do you think I shall stop before your begging? No. I shall enjoy your pain. Okay, yep. Let's see now. Only one L in Ilvia? Really? I feel like I'm starting to get gaslit about how many L's are in names. But okay. I wonder how... I don't know how Illy's perceived in the community, but I just do not like her. I really do not like her. She is so shit to me. No, No, I'm trusting you, Espez. I feel like I just feel like I'm going crazy. That's it. Don't worry. Just because I feel like I'm crazy doesn't mean you're wrong. You hate Shirley, Rax hates Shirley more for not being able to actually finish her off. Oh boy. Okay, we got Grace to add on. God, the amount of people we just keep bringing in, huh? You hear anything to Shirley and Ilya about the same? I'm happy to hear the community has the ability to have a good taste occasionally. That's nice. Wow, today's the board just where everything gets at. Today's just the time when I add everyone on. Like, I just add everything onto this board, huh? Like, it's it's fishermen today. Today, Karasto is the city of fishermen, apparently. Should be faster for me as I have the process down now. Yeah, it is. Like, we're not even an hour in and I've already got most of the, I'm already working my way through the characters. Let's see, I'm gonna spell her name wrong, so I need to look it up. Okay. This one has 2 L's. Oh, not Grace's name. I mean Grace's real name. Sorry. Give me a second. There we go. Oh shit, don't move that random yellow one, please. Oh, can't move that again. How many characters are we already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 characters. 7, including that, of course. My goodness. It's kind of impressive how much we have right now, huh? Will be hired by R and A. Search by end of game. Okay, pair you up again. Any more fishermen I've got? I'm gonna actually create another. Yeah, I'm gonna actually create another big grouper for the Crossbellians, I'll call them. Because we got a lot of them, and I don't think they should all have individual symbols, honestly. There we go. So that's going to be Wendy, Annette, sorry, yeah. Sorry, Oscar, Annette, these 3. It's actually a lot of characters, but, like, come on. They're not all deserving of their own, like, individual box. Imelda kind of does, because she's shockingly important And I guess I won't include Ashley, even though I like her a lot. She is kind of just over there. The Crawfords all appear in the same portrait. Huh. Oh, god dang it. Okay, I'll just... There we go. Time to add all of these fucking kids. To put Lecter in a trash bin until he does something? Possibly. I need to consider that. Ooh, yeah, no, actually, hold on. I got a nice imagery there with them. So if I just do this. Okay. Make it slightly bigger. Her back one. Make her slightly bigger. Actually, maybe make them slightly smaller. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Okay, that's good. No yawning, no yawning. Yawning is the weakness of the soul. Okay. We'll be providing the weaponry for the uprising. Law is going to be declared far too late, but at a dramatically appropriate time. I think I can make Ashley a slight bit bigger, and Wendy as well can be a tiny bit bigger then. Wow, that really helps narrow things down because, yeah, not all of them should have an individual. This is the correct decision. Do you put the Hayworths on the board? Honestly, I'm not putting the Hayworths on the board because I don't see how they can be any bit helpful in this scenario. Honestly, just how I feel. They are just part of Crossbow. Yeah, they don't feel like they have any special stuff going on anymore. At least not relatively speaking to others. Crossbow. Crossbow. How? Oh, his teacher. Header. Okay, pair those guys up now. Good. Look at our fishies. We got so many fishers. Woo! I'm having fun again. Okay, we got 2 more fuckers, and then we gotta add all our little notes for characters and all that stuff. And then we'll be good to keep going. Also, should probably... Yep, there we go. Let's see. For these 2, putting them in the black is the right thing to do. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. Ah, 10 new pieces. Great. This board is fucking getting full very, 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 very rapidly. Get my text boxes up. Bigger. Text color has to be white for these ones. Yep, yep. Oh, no, come on. White. I'm gonna call him a fence sitter. Yeah, I'm gonna call him what he is. He's a fucking fence sitter. He refuses to make decisions. Yep, time to start insulting this man. He deserves it. You're so certain. Did you know that if you write Falcom Reddit float, the top search is my board from Code 2-3? That's fucking... Wow, apparently I'm the person who cares the most about float in the entirety of this fucking fandom. Great. I feel... I complex feelings flow through me at that. I am not a float simp. What? I'm the opposite of a simp. I'm a hater? Yeah, I'm a hater float. Fucker. Oh, right. I gotta add the symbol for these 2. Let's get my Ouroboros up. Where's my Ouroboros? Yep, there's that. Good. And then I need to get... what do I... yeah, oh wait, that's... Okay, right, the intelligence division. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, we got our fence sitter here. Okay, yep, there we go. And then it's just these lot over here. Black text again, make it bigger for now. Okay. Wow, guys, I'm only having to add 10 new characters to the board, you know, or 10 new spots for the board, you know, that's it. Wow, so simple. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yep, add that in again. Okay, good. Then group it up, and there we go. Okay. Took me around an hour there, but there we go. We've got the main portion there done, so now we gotta add them to the board. Let's see, what connections go to what people? Well, let's do Heiyue first. Where is Ellie on this board? There she is. We're actually gonna put you over near her. Or should we? Nah, it's actually fine to put him over here. We'll just have to make a bit more of a complicated line. Okay, line from here to here. Ooh, what thickness does it have to be? One above the mid. Straight line. Gray. Same goes for you now, from him to him. Corner, straight line, gray. Cuz not smug. Yep, okay. Actually, put that over there, then make complicated. Will show by end hill side with him over Heiyue. This is Coward Mafia. Okay, then we gotta add another. Wow, guys, you look at this. This fucking board wants to. Oh, goodness gracious, this board's gonna blow up. I don't know when it's gonna blow up, but it's got like there's a hidden bomb here somewhere. I don't need to fucking like. go. Change the color to red. Now we gotta maneuver this line correctly. Okay, there we go. Oh, I should also put down here, this is actually very much a one-sided, so I should do that. Yep, good. Sorry, I'm just looking at the board. I'm just like, God, how do we ever get here? How do we get from, I'm gonna make a little tiny thing, like the tiniest first one, to this shit? It's a mystery to me. I don't think Tio's on the board yet, right? Yeah, Tio isn't on the board yet. Okay, so Grace is gonna go... yeah, Grace can go right here. I feel like that's fine. Then from Lloyd over to her, we need to go with a complicated color. Straight line. Sees her as sometimes good and at other times horrible. Tio's only had one line in the game so far. Wow, poor Tio. She'll get added to the board sometime, don't worry for her though. Ah, okay, and you can come over. Oh shit, would I drop my Soli? There's my Soli. Okay. Da, 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 da. On. Yep. Then go here. No line. Red. Straighten. Downwards. Okay. Grope victim. Help group. There we go. Okay. Yep, the Grope Victim Help Group. We'll be adding Dewey over there to the Grope Victim Help Group once she's on the board. Don't worry. Now, without Tio on the board, Hackerman's closest relationship to a character is probably Ren. Or Sully? I think I'll add lines for both of them. You know, I'll add lines for both of them. That seems right. And I have a space between Ren and Kurt for Sully. I mean, all I've seen is that Sully picked her up once. Nothing much so far. If there's more, I'll maybe add a connection too. Let's make this a one-sided. Zil wants to get back at her for the kitty incident. Okay, good. Complex. Straight end. Here to here to here. Okay, there we go. Hey guys, this is getting a bit complicated, is the board. Guys, do you think the board's a tiny bit complicated? Guys, do you think the board's a bit complicated? Guys. Nothing fun. I'm just having a bit of fun, don't worry. I really do love how this board is looking overall still. This is like great to me. Strongest hag, where to put you? I have no idea. The bottom right looks funny with all the open space, the random red line through it. Look, that's just because we haven't... I mean, admittedly, I think Lecter is coming down. Now, Lecter is actually better off closer to... Shit. Where is Lecter good for? We gotta figure that out, too. Campy can go... Yeah, we have a big section over here, and that's just kind of coincidental in some ways. We can maybe move the crossbellions over there, but... I'm getting complicated again. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put these five. Hold on, let me use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Let me use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Let's get back to this. Okay. Okay, where to put things, where to put things. I'll put the crossbow group there for now. Come on. There we go. Okay. Change color, red, line type, straight. Okay. Campy is actually probably gonna go closer by here. Yeah, no, Campy can go up here. Because he's gotta be near his fucking best friend, Gilbert. Okay, good. Okay, now we got the Crossbellions. Where is Jingo? There's Jingo. Okay. Okay. Copy red. Copy move it. Gotta fucking organize it somehow. Probably better on top than on where I had it. Okay. Okay, go here, click, yeah, change that again. What? No, don't add text, that's dumb. Okay. Okay, there we go. I want you to imagine this is like a street layout somewhere. Like all the lines are street layout, and I want you to rate my my abilities. Like, what do you think about my city, guys? What do you think? Think my streets are fine? The city clearly does not have urban planning. What? Nah, we got urban planning up the wazoo. Admittedly, we have unexpected houses having to be put in every single day, but you know, every other week, but you know, it's fine. Imagine taking the road from Shirley to the Prince. Ah, it's a fucking simple road. You bypass all the other problems. It's just the long road. It's fine. Okay. Lecter, we're gonna add you over to here? Yeah, here. I'm happy that the lines are somewhat readable still, but fuck me if it doesn't look like... I feel like I'm trying to give someone a seizure when I look at this occasionally. It must be someone else. And imagine eventually Reen's going to come back. Oh god, Reen's gonna come back. I sincerely dread the day when Reen comes back because fuck me. I might just do an I might end up just doing an Aussie cause like he's on this fucking same tier. Aussie has to have this shit because he's Aussie and everyone has something to say about him. I can't fucking fit that in. Okay. I feel like I need one more connection with the fence sitter, but I can't think of who. So I'll leave that as is. Imelda, where do you go? Yeah, I feel like over here. Okay. That's all the new characters added in. Now, are there any existing characters where I have to add stuff to? Yeah, it's a bit too early probably to start thinking about that with like positioning stuff. Now, do I have anything to say about anyone we've got here right now? Oh, right, save counter went up 1. Gotta remember that. Green Boazo. Ah, right. Alright, let's add that in. Man, how high is the curse's dumb counter? I haven't bothered to put it down, but I'll say this. I'll just add this note here. No curse dumb counter because he'd be big screen. Fuck that curse. You have a curse's dumb counter. You guys have been trying to make that a thing. I haven't. Oh, I do have a curse's dumb counter. You're right. Wow, I fucking forgot I had that. None of you are allowed to mention I'm stupid. Anyway, I think we're at like 9. I'm gonna say it's 9. I arbitrary increase, I think, but I think we have gone like 5 or so. So it's fine. I'm just stupid. Everyone ignore me. I'm stupid. If I said brain damage, you'd all believe me. I know it for a fact. Anyway. I think that's all the initial ones done. Any general theories I've got? Huh? Oh, I'm holding the entire thing. Whoops. Do I have any general theories? I'm trying to think right now if I do. Oh, right. That's something I wanted to put on. Danger has arrived when the different Fisher Mafias decide to work together. Okay. Do I have anything else really right now? All right, curse breaks. Anything related to crossbow? I do have this. Everyone is stupid. Bloody bell is still. They haven't said it's fake. It's the real fucking bell. It's still there. The fucking bell is still in crossbow after everything. Why the fuck is it there? Who the fuck decided this shit? Why? Why? I can't believe they've done that. I can't believe. What reason? Why? Why would anyone in any faction be letting it be there now? Even Ozzy should be like, fucking, I'm taking it somewhere else. Why is anyone there? I'd take the cross out of that crossbow. I don't care. Fuck you. This place is shit. Okay. Okay, there we go with that. Okay. I think that's it for now. Holy shit, guys. I can actually read some books today. Whoa! More options, rename, code still. 4, Mark 3. Woo, reading. Let's post that Rax in the Discord. I'll see if I can get it. Okay, hold on once. I know there's some books in the game that I haven't read either, like just normal books. So let me read those ones first since they're hopefully gonna be shorter and I can get them done in time. So let's close those off. Go to the game. Open it up. Yep. Okay, we do have some actual, like, normal books, so let's read A Cocoa Panda's Tale. My name is Yu, Part 1, Tamaro the Loner. My name is Yu, and I'm a Cocoa Panda. People call us monsters, but we're not all bad. Some of us are actually very nice, just like my friend Tamaro. He and I have known each other since we were cubs. He and I have, our whole lives, he was the kind of guy who did everything on his own, so everyone in our pack thought of him as strong, independent loner. I thought I must get hard having to do everything alone. That's why I decided to follow him one day and make sure he was okay. I hid behind a bush and watched him climb the top of a big tree to get his dinner. After a while, he came back down, a nice big fruit in his paws. I breathed a sigh of relief. It seemed like he would have more than enough to eat tonight. But just then, I took a better look at the fruit he had found and let out a small grasp. It was rotten. Inside was icky, mushy, and full of bugs. To make things worse, it was getting dark and he wouldn't have any time to look for more. All of us Cocoa Pandas know it's much too dangerous to wander around outside at night. Tamaro noticed how rotten his fruit was too. He looked up at the setting sun and with a short sigh, he picked up his fruit and started to head back to our camp for the night. I followed him back to our den, making sure not to be seen, but then I heard his tummy grumbling. He must have been really hungry. I watched as he glanced at his fruit with a sour expression, then held his nose and prepared to take a bite. Tamaro, stop, I shouted, dashing out from my hiding place. You can't eat that fruit, it's rotten. I grabbed out his paws just in time. Though he was surprised at first, the expression on his face quickly turned to a frown. What's your problem, you? You can't tell me what to eat. I was taken aback by how rude he was being. I was only trying to help. I got so flustered, I ended up seeing my mind to him right there and then. Look, if you can't find any food yourself, that's okay. All you need to do is ask someone to share with you. No way, he scoffed. Asking for help is like making you're too weak to do it on your own. Don't be silly, I scolded him. It don't make sense for all of us to help each other out. You're the only one who thinks that, you, he grumbled, crossing his arms. I couldn't understand why he was being so stubborn. Did he not trust the rest of us? Or he's just too proud to admit he was wrong? Well, let's find out, shall we? I called out to one of the other Cocoa Pandas from our pack over to us. Hello, you two. Something wrong, he said in a leisurely drawl as he walked over to Tamaro and I. We had trouble finding good fruits today. Could we have some of yours, I asked. Oh, is that all? No problem. Here you go, he said, handing us a fresh piece of fruit. I thanked him and waved goodbye as he left. See, I turned to Tamaro. It really is just that easy. Nothing to be ashamed of. In return, we just need to help the others out when they need it. Tamaro made a face like he wanted to object, but ended up taking the fruit all the same. Feeling like I'd gotten through to him, at least a little bit, I went back to my bed, hoping he learned to rely more on others. By the time woken up the next day, it was already past lunchtime. I was still a little worried about Tamaro, so I decided to keep an eye on him again. I went and snuck behind a bush and peeped through the leaves. What What I saw made my heart jump into my throat. Something was very wrong. Tamaro was covered in cuts and bruises and he was growling more fiercely than I ever heard him before. Tamaro, what's wrong? Are you okay? I asked timidly, coming out of my hiding place. He didn't seem to hear me. He didn't even react to me at all. He was staring at the path leading out of the forest and growling. Looking in that direction he was facing and saw a human walking down the path. As soon as I did, I knew something bad was about to happen. I reached my paw out, trying to place it on Tamaro's shoulder, but before I could get close, however, he leapt at that human, tore away the bag they were carrying, and ran off deep into the woods. I was horrified. This wasn't like Tamaro at all. I knew him better than anyone. He absolutely never attacked someone like that. There's only one explanation. He gave in to his instincts and became a mindless beast. Wow, we're trying to humanize monsters now. That's a bad idea. A very fucking bad idea, but fine. If you say goodbye. Chapter 1, Halcyon Days. No, this wasn't meant to happen. The inventor stared down what he had created, feeling no sense of accomplishment, only regret. Where has life's work gone so wrong? And more importantly, could he find a way to fix this terrible mistake? For as long as you remember, Sai had always loved building things. Toys in particular. Day and night, he would toy in his workshop, dreaming up new playthings and bringing them into the world with his own 2 hands. Peter thought he was eccentric, to put it kindly, and kept their distance. At least the adults did. For the children of the town, going to the park and playing with Sai's toys was rare pleasure. It was always surprising with new creations and wondering what he could come up with next to be just as fun as seeing the final product. Sai, what are you making now? Martha tugged at Sai's sleeve, stretching up on tiptoes to see over the top of his workbench. Well, if it works out, these shoes will let you slide around like you're on ice wherever you go. That sounds really dangerous, actually. Wow, that's so cool. Hey, can you make them leave behind like a colory trail on the ground too? Trails on the ground, maybe even? And the little girl bounced around the room, shouting out new ideas as they came to her. She was Sai's biggest fan, and despite the difference in their age, also his best friend. If Sai was developing a new toy, you could bet Martha would be there too, offering advice or just watching him work. Is watching me really that much fun? He asked her once. Well, yeah, she replied. You always look so happy when you're making things, so that makes me happy too. Sai was on his way to the park to show off his latest invention. He never took money from the children. Seeing their faces light up with joy was reward enough for him. He stumbled through the city streets, holding a pile of toys in his chest and doing his best not to knock into anyone. Sai! Sai came to stop and looked around. Was that Martha calling him? Yes, it had to be. Even in a crowd of people like this, you know her voice anywhere. He arranged to meet her at the park like always, so why was she here? Sai scanned the oncoming sea of people who were assigned to his friend. Had the streets always been this crowded? There were other voices now, people yelling, "Run! Get out of the way!" Finally saw Sai caught sight of Martha, and in the same moment realized what was going on. He ran towards her, the toys had been carrying, clattering carelessly to the ground. Martha, over here, quick! She reached out her hand to him, but it was too late. As a runaway horse-drawn carriage through the crowd, everything became a cacophony of crashing, crunching, and screaming, then nothing. Okay, after the cyborg thing from the last game, are we gonna be doing fucking Astro Boy now? Are we doing Astro Boy? That fucking would be something. The rain came down hard, soaking Sai's hair and mingling with the tears running down his face. He ignored it and continued to gaze at the tiny grave. Don't want to play with me anymore, Martha? There was no answer. Please play with me. Try out my toys like you used to. Tell me how much they make you... Tell me how to make them better. How to make them more fun. The tears wouldn't stop coming because I barely even noticed them anymore. Wait for me. I'll make something new. Something you can play with even the way you are now. It'll be fun. So just wait for me. Oh my god, we're totally doing like Astro Boy. Fuck it. Cool. I'll take it. The legendary Chosen One. Chapter 1, Awakening. Ando's village was way out in the middle of nowhere. It didn't have any famous landmarks or specialty goods. There's no reason for anyone to visit at all. Little by little, more and more of the villagers had to move out or at least commute to Heimdall for work. Ando was a curious boy by nature, so when his father offered to take him to the capital one day, he jumped at the chance. He wanted to see what made this place so special. It wasn't long before he found out. Back home, nothing ever seemed to change from day to day, year to year. The big city was full of all kinds of things he had never seen before. I need to go to work, so stay here in this plaza and play until I'm done, his father told him. Okay, don't forget to snag me a souvenir. Ando looked around the plaza. There were plenty of other children there, but his eyes were drawn to 3 kids standing off to one side. They were striking in dramatic poses and making strange, exaggerated movements. They didn't look like any games he'd seen before. Hi, what are you guys playing? We're playing Legendary Heroes. We all learned it ourselves a while back. Ando's eyes lit with excitement. Whoa, that sounds so cool. How'd you find out about it? It's a funny story. These weird kids showed up one day and taught everyone how to play. But none of us ever seen them before, and they talked kind of weird, like they were from Odin times or something. Awesome, I wish I could get cool ideas like that. We don't know how much of it is true, but whatever. Don't think about it too much and just have fun with it. Is that Kondo's advice for the entirety of the story of Trails right now? Trails of Cold Steel? Sounds good. Can you teach me how to play too? The game of legendary heroes involves setting up a peculiar ritual with tree branches infused with ancient power. When that was done, the first thing that popped into each hero's head became the sacred mission. Before long, Ando and the others had become fast friends, and soon enough, his father arrived to take him home. The next day, Ando went to tell his friend Monty and Keith about everything seen in the capital, including a new game. I don't know, that sounds kind of weird. Like, what do you even do? He was trying to act grown up. Sometimes it took a lot to convince him to join in with his friends' games. Monty, on the other hand, tended to be shy and timid, but I like the sound of this. You don't have to fight bad guys or do anything scary, then maybe it won't be so bad. Can't wait to even turn the legendary heroes for real. Yeah, come on, let's get this over with. Probably get bored of it after an hour or so. Ando set up the ritual just the way his new friends in the city had shown him. He gathered 10 tree branches and stuck them to the ground in a roughly circular pattern. Then he, Monty, and Keith stepped into the circle and chanted the magic spell. We call upon the power of the Ancient Ones. Each friend then picked up one of the sticks and held it aloft like a sword. So the other sticks are a magic circle then. Right, it's filling us with ancient power just like the heroes of the olden times. Ando struck a dramatic pose as if this was a moment was far too important to let it pass without doing something special to mark it. Quit it, you're gonna... Huh? Keith was cut off by the cutter as the 7 sticks all fell down one after another, forming a strange symbol. They began to glow, getting brighter and brighter, and soon the 3 friends were engulfed in ethereal light. Ando looked at the sky and seemed to hear a solemn voice speaking directly in his mind. You have gathered here. I grant unto you the power to change your destiny. Your destiny, by the way, was just to die originally. Okay, how many of 3 and 9 do I have? I have 4 chapters. Okay. Okay, now I need to go into the Discord. Copy link. Go here, turn back on the browser capture, go here, go there. Okay. Oh god, there's a lot. Okay, here we go. Chapter 1. The Butler and the Lady. A single passenger ship of prodigious size lay anchored in a port town in the northeast of the Principality of Rimaferia. Extravagantly crafted from top to bottom, a single glance was enough to discern its intended clientele. The privileged few among society's upper crust. True to appearances, the passengers boarding the vessel that day most only fit the bill, each smartly dressed and adorned with conspicuous opulence. Even amongst the guests, however, 2 stood out. A young lady possessed of regal air and the butler at her side. Judging from their dress and behavior and linguistic register, they suited the setting to a prim and proper. The single factor that set them apart from the other guests was their ages. Neither looked to be much older than 12 or perhaps 13 years old, making them mere children in the eyes of most. Just one moment, my lady. The young butler labored to keep pace with the young lady as he dragged a large suitcase behind him. Despite this, she continued to stride forward, not slowing her pace in the slightest. Exhaustion creased his weary brow. His attire was proper, as befitting his station, but his unkempt hair, grown out long enough to completely obscure his eyes, was another story. On top of that, everything about his demeanor screamed that he was timid and weak of spirit. Snap to, you dullard! The lady roughly shouted, now several paces ahead of the struggling boy. If you can't make those legs move any faster, I'll cut them off and feed them to the hounds. She continued to increase her pace while assailing her butler with an unending string of contemptuous words. Her arrogant and haughty demeanor stood in stark contrast to her graceful appearance. Dressed in a lovely black frill dress, her blue eyes shone like a pair of sparkling sapphires, and her twin pigtails curved slightly in a perfect arc. Most eye-catching all, however, was the 50 reg stuffed bear she held close to her chest. Though it was large enough to draw attention, didn't look out of place in the arms of girls such as her. Please, my lady, forgive me. In response to the girl's tirade, the boy miserably sputtered excuses and breathlessly pled for leniency as he summoned his remaining strength to pick up his pace. After a not insubstantial trip, the 2 finally arrived at the ship's boarding gate. May I please see your invitation and boarding passes? The crew member working the gate asked, smiling politely. Up close, the ship was even more opulent. A prized possession of the Verne Company. Its main route was between Rimaferia and the Calvard Republic via Lamin Bay. For this particular trip, the entire ship had been reserved by one Haldor Barn, a wealthy merchant from Calvard. Passenger hoping aboard required both a standard boarding pass as well as the exclusive invitation from Mr. Barn himself. However, as each invitation included the room information of the guest in question, the boarding pass was strictly a formality. Gray, The girl called the boy by name and gestured with her hand, implicitly ordering him to present their credentials. Yes, my lady, what do you require me? The boy asked, having completely failed to grasp his employer's unspoken instructions. It cannot be possibly this dense, you stupid worm, she snapped. Silence! The invitation to the boarding pass, now! Right away, my lady! The boy began busily rustling through the contents of the suitcase, frantically searching for the requisite papers. Yet his haste quickly proved his downfall, for no sooner than he had located the pass than a sudden gust of wind blew past, tearing the paper in his hands. Oh no, he exclaimed. The boy instantly threw his arms out, stretching them to their physical limit, but his efforts were in vain. The boarding pass fluttered down to the bottom of the harbor, coming to rest gently in the water surface. As though that wasn't bad enough, misfortune continued to hound the boy. His number of silhouettes swiftly appeared beneath the waterlogged document. Another fish jumped into the... Wow, this man's luck is shit. Boy's luck. A school of fish jumped into the air with a splash, spraying water all about. Then they sent back to the harbor's edge, taking the hapless mother's boarding pass along with them. No! The boy's grief-stricken cry resonated throughout the harbor. Trembling fear turned to face his master, prepared for an eruption of anger followed by a vicious tirade of abuse. Yet, it did not immediately come. The girl suddenly stood there in silence. She stared long and hard at the boy, her face betraying no expression whatsoever. After what felt like an eternity, she spoke. This was the calm before the storm. The boy began sputtering out apologies, tripping over his words as his voice grew weaker by the second, like a short-circuit radio warbling its death knell. His body seemed to shrink and his shoulders slumped like a criminal awaiting judgment. You're absolutely useless! The girl finally burst forth in one violent blast. Despite the ferocity of her exclamation, she managed to save enough breath to launch a sharp kick at the boy in the same moment. The well-aimed strike sent the boy flying rather than her complete frame would suggest was possible. He seemed to hang in the air for a brief moment before resuming his journey downward off the edge of the pier. Reaching a frigid edge as he broke through the water surface with a splash. As soon as he returned to his senses, he began violently thrashing his arms out, pleading for aid between coughing and mouthfuls of water. My lady, please help me! He begged, his thrashing growing more desperate and frantic. You're going to find that pass, and I mean now, not leaving that water until I see in your hands. But I can't swim, he blubbered as his head began to slowly sink beneath the surface. I'm well aware. Please, His words were cut short as his lungs quickly filled with water, and the rest of his head bobbed below the surface. His thrashing ceased and silhouette grew faint as he quickly plummeted downwards to the bottom of the bay. The situation never reached an unacceptable level of risk. Several onlooking crew members ran over to rescue the waterlogged butler. The moment the boy made it out of the bay, however, the still enraged girl tried to kick him right back again. Miss, please, you must calm down, the crew member at the gate said, trying to pacify a young mobile. How? How can we come up with this? My father was unable to attend, so I am here in his place. There are important business discussions taking place on the ship that I cannot afford to miss. Now, thanks to certain someone's rank incompetence, this is exactly what's going to happen. The girl gave the boy a menacing glare so virulent it could have stripped the paint from the entire vessel. Tell me, worm, how exactly are you going to take responsibility for being unable to get on board? Though the boy was still coughing and violently spitting water, his already pallid face managed to lose what little color remained in it upon hearing those words. Feeling pity for the boy, the gate attendant stepped in. The boy moved to comply with this request, which stopped dead in his tracks by the girl's menacing scowl. She produced the invitation herself and roughly shoved it at the attendant. The attendant read over the papers, then went through the list of names of the guest list. This invitation for Baron Chris Reinhardt, who I confirm is indeed on the guest list. I presume you two are his daughter and her attendant? You presume correctly. I am Baron Reinhardt's eldest daughter, Celia Reinhardt. The gate attendant made a respectful bow for continuing to speak. There would be no need to further concern yourself with the matter of the boarding pass, Mr. Reinhardt. You may proceed. Oh, we may. Strictly speaking, a decision of the nature required approval from higher-ranking members of a high-ranking employee. In this case, the gate attendant decided that swift action was the best way to provide a peaceful solution to the rapidly worsening situation at hand. Seems as though you'll writhe another day, user worm. Count yourself lucky. The girl bore the ship, still serving icy daggers to her butler. He dragged their luggage on after her, still wheezing and dripping wet from the events of the past few minutes. He evasively expressed his gratitude to the gate attendant as he passed, receiving a sympathetic smile and a few words of encouragement. Having finally boarded the ship, the two youths immediately headed to the room. Their pace was... Yeah, I had a feeling that was fake. I won't lie. I was like, that's a bit strange. I had a bit of a feeling there. I didn't say it, but I was like, wow, that's actually really strange. They got in without having to actually get their check, and they only had one invitation that was pulled out. Very strange. It just was a case of like, huh, very weird for them to have only one boarding pass seemingly for two people. Should have two different things. That's what you thought when you first read it too. And nice to know we're on the same wavelength there, Rax. Having finally boarded the ship, the two youths immediately headed for their room. Their pace was quick, as though they already knew their way, and not a single word was exchanged between them as they briskly walked down the halls. Once they arrived, they gave the room a quick, thorough search. Infiltration is complete. The girl broke their silence, suddenly speaking in a sleepy drawl. Her eyelids drooped and she let out my yawn, not a trace remaining of that tense, high-handed young lady from only a few moments ago. I'm beat, S. Think I'm going to take a nap. She tossed her blush bare on the bed and immediately launched herself after it. She dove under the covers with childlike exuberance befitting someone her age, perhaps even younger. In contrast to her whimsical new demeanor, the boy remained completely expressionless. Don't let your guard down. The real mission begins now. His voice was alarmingly calm and terse. As he brushed aside his bangs, still wet from the frigid water of the harbor, his now visible eyes were cold and sharp. Beneath that, however, was the gleam of a hunter fixed on his prey. Each and every ridge of his body exuded composure. The flustered, stammering butler from before was nothing but memory. Though the girl's transformation was strange, the boy's sunshine personality was something short of jarring. This wasn't really your best work out there, as far from it, she spoke nonchalantly, rolling around the bed as she critiqued the boy's performance. He remained silent for a moment, before speaking as though he agreed with her assessment, at least in part. It didn't affect the mission, but he overdid each and every reaction. Sometimes he matched that without seeming unnatural, you know? You hamming it up like that made us stand out more than we need to. Despite her words, the girl's half-hearted tone took the bite out of her criticisms. These were the Dude's true personalities. The upper-class young lady or bumbling butler made a spectacle of the boarding gate were simply elaborate pegantries. Acts necessary for gaining entry to the ship and nothing more. Any other method of infiltration might raise suspicion, endanger their mission. Thus they chose to board under their false identities. They also made clever use of organization's info network beforehand, ascertaining which of the invitees would be unable to attend. Armed with this bit of intel, they created their personas. The invitation required for boarding were printed on a high-quality paper, but only differed in name. Using the same layout for each invitation was a logical choice for a merchant looking to pinch mirror whenever possible. Logical or not, that particular design had been necessary to forgery. The necessary forgery a walk in the park. The boarding pass, on the other hand, was a different story. The Verne Company was known to employ cutting-edge technology to prevent forgery. Attempting to use a fake pass to board was an act accompanied by a considerable amount of risk. This is why the two engineered the dramatic performance that took place at the boarding gate. The boy dropping the boarding pass was, of course, an intentional act. Both the girls went and timely grew a fish were the result of a battle ornament the girl had hidden herself bare. The clever method she had used many times to pass cast orcs unnoticed. All of their hard work had paid off. The infiltration on exactly as planned. It was then another successful operation of the boy, known as 3 Swords, and the girl known as 9 of Swords, in their life as professional assassins. Oh, they're fucking assassins? Oh. Why is it always children? What is it? It's always children. Always. It's always children. It was a joke. Why? It was a joke. I made a joke about child assassins and child terrorists. I'm just like, it keeps coming true. There is no... Why does this keep happening? Chapter 2, 3 and 9. Am I going to be able to finish this one? Hopefully. At its scheduled time, the ship departed. As he watched the shoreline shrinking to the distance, 3 Swords spoke in a cold, flat tone. Target presence confirmed. Have we pinpointed enemy positioning? Is our route prepared? Yep, we're good to go. It's a Murray. You can't be that surprised. Look, it's... I shouldn't be, yet still I am. Yep, we're good to go. The young girl known as 9 Swords to be on the boy, answering a relaxed drawl. The polar opposite of her partner's icy tone. Having been dispatched by the organization, the two laid the groundwork for the mission. The assassination of the man responsible for this voyage, the wealthy merchant, Haldor Barn. The organization was not particular how they dealt with their targets. Whether in swift silence or via loud violence, their only real concern was making sure they did not draw the attention of the Bracer Guild or the local police. As a hard rule, 3 and 9 would always select the most efficient method available to them. In this case, their mission was to prevent the ship from arriving in Calvar with Haldor still alive. Haldor had strong ties with Heiue, a sizable criminal organization in the Republic. Should he safely make it to their destination and take refuge under their protection, his extraction and subsequent elimination would prove an exceptionally difficult task. Minor Arcana now because the major one's already taken? Yeah. I'm wondering if they're working for Ouroboros or not. And that's a bit... Because, like, I know it's like, what's the original shit? It's like... I know Cups is one of the original in the Tarot deck, and Swords is too, but I can't remember the other two. Aside from the engine area, the ship had 3 main floors. Below was holding a considerable number of general passengers. Naturally, this is where 3 and 9's rooms were located. The second floor contained a hall used for parties, banquets, and meals, as well as other such events. Finally, the 3rd floor featured luxury rooms prepared specifically for noble use. At present, however, the entirety of the floor was reserved by Haldor, who was enjoying the comforts of his room in the farthest back. The others are pentacles and wands. There we go. 3 and 9 put their equipment and tools in order and then sprang into action. Their plan was to head to the hall on the second floor, but not before leaving a little gift on the first. The hall would be packed with passengers when dinner service began. Given that only the ultra-wealthy and those with no status were in attendance, the menu was likely to be stupidly extravagant. Hence, once they arrived, they found Haldor and not like to appear, and act caution perhaps. They was excited, however, and the two took their planned positions in a central area of the room. It's time. Three's quiet murmur was immediately followed by the din of explosion on the floor below. The passengers began to panic, but their fear slowly subsided to uneasiness as security personnel deployed and headed to the first area to investigate the situation. In truth, the explosion was caused by a small makeshift bomb that 3 and 9 planted in an unoccupied room. The blast wasn't particularly powerful, but it was enough to ignite a number of small fires in the area. The goal was to lure out security. In that regard, the bomb had more than served its purpose. The plan was progressing apace. Guess I'm up, 9 said in her usual lackadaisical drawl. She gathered up the edge of her skirt in her hands and gently swayed it back and forth, raising a number of black spheres thudding down to the floor. A series of muffled pops reverberated through the hall, creating a cloud of smoke and tear gas that quickly filled the room. What's going on? I can't hardly breathe. Ah, my eyes! My eyes are tearing up! The gas wasn't especially strong and would have no lasting effects on the victim. However, it was more than enough to send the already uneasy group of elites into full-blown panic. 3 and 9 then began the next stage of the plan, to infiltrate the third floor. Currently, the bulk of security was on the first floor, meaning they would have to pass all the way through the second in order to respond to an emergency at the top of the ship. The large number of panicking passengers on the second floor wouldn't stall security for long. God, I need to try better. But the situation would still buy 3 and 9 all the time they would need. So far, the assassin's plan had gone flawlessly. So that didn't mean killing Haldor would be easy once they reached him. The two hid themselves in a stairway on the third floor and scouted ahead. 2 more there. From what I can see, it looks like we'll have 5 to deal with. 9 shared her observation with 3 in a hushed tone. He solemnly nodded in agreement, in acknowledgement. One man... fuck me. One look at the men standing guard ahead was enough to tell them that they were neither typical passengers nor ship security. They were well armed and their combat experience was practically carved in their hardened faces. Ex-Sagyrs, huh? It was clear they had been hired not to protect the general guest, but to personally attend to Haldor. Given that his room was located at the very back end of the ship, it meant that the only way to reach him was through the battle-hardened veterans that currently barred 3 and 9's path. Avoiding a fight simply wasn't in the cards this time. I'll take the lead. As she said this, 9 began to casually walk forward, her posture relaxed. She made no attempt to hide her approach, and even when the guards heard her soft footsteps and turned to look, they didn't register her as a threat. An advantage afforded by her candy-sweet exterior. Little lady, you're not allowed here without permission, one of the guards said in a gravelly voice. Yeah, we know there's been some kind of disturbance downstairs, another chimed in, but this ain't an evacuation site. Get yourself back to your room. The tone was a bit harsh, but considering these Jaegers, the attitude of 9 was almost admissible. She gestured towards Haldor's room. But I want to go there. Pray, please? 9 wasn't putting on the spoiled no back she used to sing aboard the ship earlier in the day. This was probably as close to her genuine, sleepy intonation as she would allow during mission. You want me, Mr. Haldor, do ya? Well, today ain't your lucky gay kid. He's got trigger orders not let anyone into this room. Nothing I do can change your mind? 9 tilted her head as she spoke, her residence beginning to nerve the guards. Nope, nothing, one of them finally responded. Oh, I see. That really is too bad. Despite her words, 9 didn't seem excessively disappointed by the response. Taking her plush bear in hand, she suddenly thrust it out in front of her. There was a flash of silver and a loud whoop, followed by a thud of the 2 guards collapsing to the ground. The necks had been pierced by 2 needles, which had been tipped in poison, a speciality of 9's in her mainstay in combat. Ordinarily hidden within the bear, the needles could be used to quickly disperse various types of poison through target's body when thrown at a vital point. 9 would typically carry up to 10 types of poisons, each suitable for a different situation. Depending on the circumstance, she would even use poison-free needles on occasion. This time, 9 had stuck the 2 bodyguards with neurotoxin and robbed the body of its ability to freely move. While not strong enough to kill, it was definitely enough to immobilize someone of substantial size for a good while. What the? Having sensed something amiss, one of the remaining bodyguards on the hallway turned to see what was happening. Out of the corner of his eye, he spotted a figure quickly moving in his direction. Before he could figure out what was happening, however, a blade flashed before his eyes and he was on the ground, incapacitated along with his comrades. The swift takedown was executed by 3. He wielded a longsword with a thin blade that appeared sharp enough to cut the very air around it. Its construction resembled that of a traditional Eastern sword, albeit with a straight blade instead of a typical curved one. So, it resembled nothing. Okay, its design was surprisingly ornate, and curious enough, it seemed to be missing a hilt guard and part of the blade near its base. I swear to fuck if he's using a lightsaber. The 2 remaining bodyguards had seen what happened and already dropped into a fighting stance. No matter how youthful their opponents, it was clear they had no intention of pulling their punches. You little bastards, yelled one of them as he began swinging his axe downward. 3 met the attack with his sword, locking the assassin and the bodyguard in place. Seeing an opening, the other bodyguard drew his sword and attempted to stab 3. While sewing the axe in place with his right hand, 3 quickly drew a short sword with his left, using to deflect the second bodyguard's attack in one clean motion. The short sword resembled the longsword in nearly all aspects of length. Unlike the longsword, it had a hilt guard, however seemed incomplete somehow, as though it was missing a piece. It was much less an offensive weapon than the longsword, having mainly been used for defense. Despite his best efforts to fend off the attackers, it seemed though 3 would be quickly overpowered. Even for him, it would be difficult to hold the weight of an attacker from a grown man with only his right hand. Sensing that he needed to do something quickly, 3 intentionally stopped pushing back on the axe and flaying harmlessly to the side. With his remaining strength, he whipped around to face his staggering assailant and plunged his short sword deep into his torso. The other bodyguard quickly launched a flurry of attacks, but 3 pushed the critically wounded axe wielder into his comrade. The sword-wielding bodyguard was momentarily taken aback, and 3 capitalized the opening, cutting him down with both swords. Right, that should be. 3 turned to notify 9 that the guards had been all dispatched, but as he did so, he saw the door of the VIP room open behind her. Out stepped another ex-Jaeger, weapons drawn, his sights set on attacking the defense's 9 while a guard was down. Too much space separated them for 9 to warn for... I'm gonna punch my fucking mouth at this rate. Too much space separated them for 3 to warn 9 in time. He pushed off his back heel with all his might, but stopped his dash a split second later, as did the final bodyguard. My, you're pretty sharp. I was wondering how long it'd take you to catch on. 9 turned lazily on her heel and cast a derisive glance over her shoulder. Her expression remained unfazed as thin red stripes appeared over the Jaeger's arm's body, blood began to trickle out like sanguine tears. Better not move. Would have been much to be leaving in more peace than you arrived. Her sweet appearance made her remarks a little more disconcerting and ghastly. The ex-Jaeger assured that this was no empty threat. He truly couldn't afford to take another step. The cause of painful predicament was a web of superfine steel thread surrounding him. Thanks to his special processing, the threads were roughly as sharp as a drawer full of top-end kitchen knives. Wait a second. Sharon? Sharon, is that you? What the fuck? Is that Sharon? I think that's Sharon. Okay. Okay, fine. Nine had laid a trap outside the door, one that an unassuming person would be hard-pressed to detect with a naked eye. Any influential soul who tried to pass through the air with any degree of speed would have soon found themselves to the centerpiece of a grisly, blood-splattered tableau. The legs were connected to specially designed needles, 9 used as their main weapon. Such needles were notoriously difficult to use and was rarely regarded as being sufficiently powerful to use as one's only means of attack. While other rumors of true masters needed no other implements to eliminate their targets, 9 yet obtained such a level of skill with them. That said, she was still immense in her own right, and a fiendishly clever master of traps besides, as the ex-Slayer had just learned. 9 tossed the poison needle at her immobilized foe with no effort, and her helpless victim collapsed to the floor. She tilted her head to the side as she noticed 3 staring at her. Why, is something wrong, guess? She asked, using the name she preferred to call 3 by. She already referred to herself as N, which the 3 took as a shortened version of 9, but when she spoke to 3, she would use S instead of T. He had assumed it'd be short for sword, despite the word being both part of their names, but I never bothered to ask. Nothing. Nothing at all. 3 turns 3 responded as he turned to face the VIP room door. At last, the pair stepped into the room housing a target, Haldor Barn. To be continued. I'll try to get this done. Let's see if I have... Can I read down in 9 minutes? Let's see. Chapter 3. The Assassins and the Target. Inside the room was Opulent's main Manfist, the best of the best. Enough to make the wealthiest nobles envious. Then, sir, of his spacious layout sat Haldor Barn, reclined on a sofa. He brought a glass of wine to his lips as his features twisted in a wry, unpleasant expression. Absolute incompetence. Such a simple job, and he had apparently one completely beyond them. Mr. Barn had fully grasped the situation. He had given the order that no one be allowed in, but there was now 2 children standing before him. Given the commotion outside, it had been easy to guess what happened. Though their appearance made it hard to believe, the 2 standing before him was no doubt professional assassins, here for his life. He has a mech. Okay, that fucks up with the timeline. Still, Haldor maintained his composure. He kept his realization hidden, refusing to allow so much as a hint of panic to creep into his features. The source of his ominous was a certain colossal machine that sat on the floor before him. His mere presence made even the impossibly spacious room feel cramped. Tower of the over 2 arcs in height, with 6 spider-like legs protruding from his body. His humanoid upper half stood erect, with 4 menacing arms stretching out from it. The entire machine emitted an eerie glow, making for a most intimidating sight to behold. Wowee, that's a big one, I remarked, glancing up at it. An archaism. Archaism. 3 exclaimed, immediately shifting to a battle stance. Yeah, this beauty is the new favorite of mine, a rather fruitful find I recently back out of the auction I attended. And it wasn't cheap, let me tell you. But no, I didn't stop there. I'm a man who doesn't do things by half measure. I pay a princely sum to have an outfit with the most cutting-edge technology available. Mere well spent, in my opinion. I dare say it has enough firepower to easily wipe out an entire platoon of soldiers if I wanted to. In fact, it'd be mere child's play. Barely able to contain his smug grin, Haldor looked like a boastful child showing off his expensive toy at school. So the bums outside were just bouncers then. This monstrosity was actually to protect you. 3 deduced. Oh, a sharp one. That's not a sharp thing to figure out. That's really simple, actually. That's precisely correct, Haldor said gleefully. As long as I have my side, my safety here is guaranteed. And once I make it to the Republic, I'll be untouchable. He let out a long laugh, his voice rising higher and higher and echoing endlessly through the gaudy chamber. Shockingly stupid. He really is an idiot, huh? The dude's comments were born from simple overconfidence. Even if they did somehow fail on their mission, even if Haldor somehow did manage to make it to Hayue territory, they had already been marked by death by the organization. They were assumed to the bitter end, to the last man. He had 0 chance of survival. Attack! At Haldor's order, the archaism lurched into action. Instead of Station 3, charging straight for him, 9 took the opportunity to begin casting her arts. Where a partner specialized in close quarters combat, she was forced to be reckoned with when it came to orbital arts. As she began the charge, however, one of the archaism's arms rapidly folded out into a gun, the most pointed in Nine's direction. Without delay, it sprayed a hail of bullets at her. Whoa! Nine evaded the gunfire by a hair's breadth, but was forced to abandon casting her art. The archaism focused his attention back on 3, who was busy fending off its melee attacks with his longsword. Nine turned to the other side of the room and started her cast again. The machine's aim was too adept, however, and she found herself unable to escape it long enough to get her arts off. It appeared that their foe was equipped with a powerful arts detection sensor, one that allowed to identify incoming orbital attacks and counteract before they could be launched. Forced to abandon her casting again, Nine screwed up her face in frustration and suddenly gripped her plush bear. This thing doesn't play nice. I quit, she said in a huff. It was a fair point. Poison tipped ninjas wouldn't have been perfectly effective against a steel-playing machine, and without ability to cast her arts, Nine found herself at a loss. 3, however, remained unperturbed and ready herself for another onslaught. I'm gonna grab a little shut-eye. Wake me up when the fight's over, okay? Nine says she flopped down on one of the room's sofas using her bear as a pillow. Nine, cut it out! I need you to stay awake, 3 shouted from across the room. Despite this, Nine didn't react at all. She dozed off. The archaism seemed to disregard her as a threat. If only you focused attention on 3. Its 4 arms turned into a sword, a lance, an axe, and a gun, proceeding to launch a relentless string of attacks at the already overwhelmed assassin. Wow. Wow, okay. I hope you're actually got a plan here and aren't just being a dumbass. 3 leapt out of the way as the machine's sword arm cut an arc through the air, only to see the lance rocketing towards him. He narrowly avoided it, but his escape path was blocked by a mighty swing of the axe. Meanwhile, the archaism had its gun trained in Haldor's direction. Even in the heat of combat, it's prioritized protecting Natcher against any approaching threats. Swift movements and deft swordplay were the foundation in 3's combat style, but there was little use against such a powerful machine. The archaism was simply too fast, and its attacks were both explosively powerful and aimed with deadly precision. Further, its 6 legs afforded perfect balance, and its multiple arms allowed it to launch attacks faster than 3 could keep up. To his irritation, 3 found his skillship completely useless against the metal monstrosity. Sure, he was better fit for the task than 9, but only by a slim margin. Regardless, he continued to fight, both blades flashing as he moved to intercept the foe. The sheer number of attacks coming at him forced 3 to focus entirely on defense. He parried, dodged, and deflected the relentless waves of strikes, biding his time, waiting for the machine to leave it only for him to strike with his longsword. Yeah, violent dance continued some time. The 3 managed to land a number of blows on the machine's body and arms that he had resulted in no more than a metallic twang. His blade was repelled by its solid metal armor. Haha, it's no use, child. The armor's specially commissioned, and your pathetic little butter knives don't have a snowball's chance to get henna against them. Haldor's mocking tone grated on 3's nerves. It was made worse by the fact that it was clear he wasn't lying. 3's attacks had been completely ineffective so far. Still, 3 had yet to suffer any wounds. Given how things were going, though, it was only a matter of time before it was slowly worn out. Analysis complete. 9 suddenly began speaking, apparently everyone woke up for a nap. Still lounging on the sofa, she can hear her voice flatter and more precise than usual. Arms, joint 1, down 5 reg. Legs, joint 2, up 3 reg. Waist, rotation axis center. Left side of chest, up 2/5, left 1/5. The first to respond was not 3 but Haldor. You little wench, how did you know that? He was flustered, clearly shocked that 9 figured out the archaism's structural weak points. 9 slowly rose from the sofa and reverted back to her usual draw, sleepy rubbing her eyes as she spoke. I could tell by the sound. Takes a bit of concentration, though. Pure disbelief was etched into Haldor's face. 3, on the other hand, looked as composed as ever. He had known from the start what 9 was doing. He was simply buying time until the analysis was complete. S, now, right. 3 readied himself and rushed the archaism. His swordplay swifter than ever, a veritable tornado of slashes and stabs. Each of his attacks hit upon one of the weak points that 9 had pointed out. He suddenly switched to his short sword and performed the same volley of attacks, hitting each point a second time, but the result was the same as before. Nothing save the same high-pitched metallic sound that rang out with each hit. It didn't appear that the archaism had been damaged to the slightest. Nah, it did. It's just anime time. You gotta wait. Anime has to happen first before it breaks down. Haldor was beside himself with laughter, relishing watching the young assassin's struggles. What a joke. You can swing those little sorcerer until the palms come on, but you'll never get through that armor. Are part of the process. Letting the simple reply linger there. 3 line up as a short sword with the ambisection in the base of his longsword. The 2 blades locked in place, becoming a single weapon. The sharp edges lining up perfectly. At first glance, it would be difficult to tell the 2 were ever anything other than a single sword. Howder watched the person with interest, but then burst into mocking laughter a moment later. Proud of your pocket knife, little boy? Do you honestly think that will be your ticket to victory? Should be so, even this might say the reach of 3 sword hadn't improved any. Nor was the weapon sharper or faster. The slightly increased weight of the blade may have provided some increase in power, but certainly not enough to break through the archism to the armor. Given the opponent a hand, the weapon truly seemed a little better than a toy. The 3 chose to remain silent and let his weapon do the talking. He swung at the weak point on the archism's leg, the same side target before. This time, however, his strike was followed by a loud explosion. The archism's leg flew across the room. The blast seemed to have come from within the archism itself and was powerful enough to have blown its limb clean off. At a glance, it seemed similar to a fire element dart, but neither 3 nor 9 appear to have cast anything. Even if they had, the archism's sensors surely have detected. What the? Howder stammered, his face twisted with shock and fear. Another swing by 3 sword, followed by another explosion. A second of the archism's limbs was sent flying to the corner of the room. What the hell is going on? Howder screamed, no longer trying to hide his panic. Someone quickly deteriorated from alarm to abject terror. This is no ordinary sword, 3 began to speak, his voice devoid of expression. It's fully integrated with the battle ornament, forming a single weapon. Though strictly speaking, his pose is closer to ordinary ornament than a battle ornament. As he spoke, he continued his attack, his swordplay not pausing for even a second. An ornament with a single function, a controlled explosion at points I designate. However, its activation requires each blade to have separately made contact with the intended target area. You can think of the marks as coordinating targets, essentially. Even though 3's initial attacks had been repelled, they were actually preparatory steps in the process. The subsequent explosions were the true attack. The third strike at the same location, this time with the unified blade, resulted in an explosion. The location and timing specified were complicated, as was the use of the specialized orbit in conjunction with some automated processing. The end result was an instantaneous cast time, however. If the wielder was skilled enough, they'd be able to launch powerful arts attack without a need for any charge-up period. It was in this ability that the true value of the 3's weapons lay. But having suffered an enormous amount of damage from the rapid arc strikes that leached on it, the archism began throwing sparks in all directions. It began to dawn on Howder that victory was no longer an option for him. He began desperately looking for a means of escape. Stop fighting, get me out of here now, he ordered the archism in the shrill yell. Reacting to his new orders, the machine quickly rotated its torso and began moving towards him. I don't think so, a lazy voice called out from across the room. During the commotion, a remaining spiral-like leg had been bound with a complex web of steel wire, rendering it immobile. This is the end. 3 quickly struck his ringing weak points in rapid succession. The resulting series of explosions tore the machine to pieces, littering its surroundings with burnt steel and charred components. When the smoke had cleared, the room was filled with so much broken parts, it was more like a scrapyard than a suite. What remained of the archism's body ceased all function and collapsed, its chassis mangled beyond recognition. 3 deftly wove his way through the junk scattered at his feet, silently moving towards Haldor. "Just stay back!" A pitiless squeak escaped Howder's throat as he scrambled backwards, away from the approaching assassin. There's nowhere to run, however. 3's mission was nowhere nearing its end, yet he didn't feel happiness or relief. Took a step closer. He felt his sword suddenly grow heavy in his hand. He forced himself to take another step. His legs felt like they were encased in concrete. His whole body felt like it was desperately rejecting his advance, trying to pull itself away. Another step. This is how it always ended. All that remained was for him to fill his role. He was nothing but a tool, a machine. This is how it was supposed to be. 3 took one final step forward. No one's sharing any details with you, still I figured you at least deserve to know why your life's ending. To know, 3 thought of himself, was name to curse as he burned the fires again. I am 3 of swords, plunged his blade deep into Haldor's chest, pierced the main heart. I'm an assassin for the organization. By this point, the paneling of the second floor had largely subsided, and the ship's security guards were finally starting to move up to the 3rd floor. Picking up on this, 3 and 9 quietly broke the window and jumped through it to the sea outside. It's a good thing this mission was on an airship. That would have made escaping way more of a pain, I remarked. Agreed. She was right. Escaping from an airship would have necessitated a specialized aircraft for the operation, as well as forcing the 2 to leap from ship to ship midair. It wouldn't have been entirely possible for the young assassins, though, and surely someone in their wide world had carried out such an operation before. 9 softly cut out a 3, again using her preferred nickname for him. It was a corrupt man, an evil man. The 2 looked back towards the ship. There's no need for further explanation between the 2. Yeah, 3 said, quietly, I know. He had been thorough in reading through the mission dossier and knew that 9 spoke true. Howder was a bastard through and through. One that had performed all kinds of horrible acts in pursuit of Mira. His mere existence sullied the world, and society was better off with him no longer a part of it. Not that it matters either way. When it came down to it, a hit was a hit. A target could be a person with the purest heart on the continent, or a scummiest bottom feeder imaginable. If an assassination order came from the organization, 3 and 9 followed it. That's how it was. I guess. 9 went silent, shook something out of her plush bear and began blowing into it. The gyro took the shape of an inflatable raft big enough for 1. 9 climbed aboard and flopped down, once again using her bear as a pillow. I'm gonna catch a few winks. I'll leave this part to you, S, okay? This part meant for 3 to swim them both to shore. Legs work just fine, he retorted. Do it yourself. At his words, 3 felt a twinge of something resembling affection in his heart. He and 9 had been operating for over a year by this point. She was the only Northern, and he sometimes found himself thinking of her as more a little sister than his partner. Their natural rapport aside, she was someone he could truly rely on during their missions. During this, 3 understood the situation. He understood that even if 9 was his partner, even though thought of her as her sister, he could never let his guard down. He could never truly trust her. If 9 ends up being Sharon, that's gonna be quite something. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all for coming to today's live stream. If it's the first time coming, suggest you subscribe, the notification bell, or where I'm streaming. If you have anything, comment below. If you like my video, like, and share the video around with you if you think might be interested. But until next time, which for me is tonight. God, we got more fucking. Oh god, we got more human echo. Oh, it's gonna be such a. My mind's gonna break. But anyway, thank you all again. Thank you all very, very much. Now I'm gonna get up close. I'm gonna get quiet. And I'm gonna say goodbye.